Well, we were early in the music business. We hated sending emails. Every time we'd send an email, we'd be like, please book us. We're good at music. We will play good at your venue and or festival. And that would go straight to the spam folder, which is especially painful for vegetarians. Which, I'm not a vegetarian actually, but I just like the joke.
We have a lot of vegetarian friends, so we're just trying to be, Anyway, we lived in this bus. It was beautiful. It was our dream come true. Ran on veggie oil, had a solar-powered stage on top.
And all our speakers powered off the solar batteries and everything. So we didn't have to ask permission to anybody to play any shows. We could just show up to a town. I remember my favorite show was at Lithia Park in Ashland. We showed up.
On Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day, we showed up. We got on top of our roof of our bus home / stage. And we played a show, and people, we sold CDs afterwards, and I was like, well, this is the way to do it. We don't have to do any of the TikTok or Instagram or anything. We can just go play our music. And so it was working great. One day we were driving. I was driving. Two people can't drive at the same time. That's dangerous. I was driving, and I was going south on the 49, and two cars going north on the 49 were fighting over a 2-lane that switched into a 1-lane, and they hit each other. And then they came into my lane, and there was a cliff to my right, so I just had to slam on my brakes, and these two cars hit me head on, going 65 miles an hour. And I was going maybe 50, 55, and spoiler alert, I survived. And I slammed on my brakes. I had to go to the hospital. I was in the hospital for over a month, and I was in a wheelchair for a bit longer than that. And I had to relearn how to walk and all that kind of good stuff. But this is a song that I wrote because I was thinking about all the people that helped me in that time. And the first guy that came up was this really sweet police officer, and he said, "Help is on the way." And so I decided to write this song. It's called "Help is on the Way." MRI or something, I don't know, which I'm not sure how that process works. But, you know, lawyers can find a way, I think. They said, sign your life away. Say that it would be okay that we put you under and start the operation. I was like, let's go for it. And they gave me the little mask, and they said, count to 10 for me. I never made it past 3 before I passed out, and they start the operation. 10 hours to put me back together. And this is the sound of a 10-hour surgery. It sounds like this. You sit and stay.